New York City public schools are now closed after the city hit a 3% positivity rate over a 7-day rolling average.
And I know our chancellor and everyone at the DOE today is sad that this moment has come, but now are resolute about making sure we serve families and kids in the meantime and then getting back up and running with our schools as quickly as possible.
While Catholic schools and charter schools remain open, parents with children in public schools received a letter from the New York City Department of Education announcing the close, saying in part, "Given recent increases in transmission, we have reached a point in our city's infection rate that requires all students to transition to remote learning."
And I want to emphasize that we are looking at this as a temporary closure. We will get students back in buildings as soon as we can safely.
Over the next few days, principals will schedule time for staff to come in and pick up materials. While schools are closed, devices will be offered for remote learning. Free meals for students and families, as well as learning bridges, will continue. For children who attend a DOE family-based childcare program and programs in community-based centers that are not located in public schools, early childhood education will remain open. However, for some families, closing schools is not the solution.
I think schools should be open also. 5 days a week, that my grandchildren go only 2 days a week, and they're not learning a thing.
The New York State positivity rate is currently at 3.4%, with a 7-day rolling average of 2.9%. Once a school district falls into a micro-cluster zone, it overrides the normal locally set school infection rate. According to the governor, once New York City becomes an orange zone with a 3% positivity rate, mass gatherings will be limited to only 10 people. Houses of worship, non-essential businesses, and schools will close. However, there has been some confusion over schools closing. The governor offered a strong comeback when questioned about whether the state or the city has the power to close schools.
So what are you talking about? What are you talking about? You're now going to override. We did it already. That's the law, an orange zone and a red zone. Follow the facts.
In order to reopen, the state requires schools to meet the test-out guidelines. After closing for 4 days once zone designation is announced, they may reopen on the 5th day. Along with a weekly surveillance test on in-person faculty, staff, and students, each school must ensure that no one may attend in-person learning without first receiving a negative test result. Governor Cuomo says these rules will need to change for the city to meet the high volume of students. Reporting for Bronxnet, Jericho Tran.